Hello friends! Today I'm working on the Amalia jacket from Scroop Patterns and Virgil's Fine Goods, and I figured that I would do a little Q&A again. Something nice, gentle, and simple. First question. Do you listen to any podcasts or audiobooks while you work? Do you have any recommendations? I do not listen to podcasts or audiobooks while I'm doing machine sewing because having someone talking to me kind of throws me off my groove, and I will listen intently and just mess up. But hand sewing, I can do it. I was listening to The Adventure Zone, which is a Dungeons and Dragons podcast by the guys who do My Brother and Me. But I haven't been catching up, and I'm dreadfully behind, and please don't put spoilers in the comments if you listen to it. Yeah, I'm not very good with podcasts. If you have any recommendations, I like things related to fashion and history and D&D, so you can drop those in the comments below. That would be quite nice. Next question, and this is a good and important question. How do you handle seeing well-known historical costumers either on Instagram or YouTube continue to choose their aesthetics over acknowledging the feelings and experiences of POC individuals within their community? i.e., do you keep following them, unfollow them, reach out, educate, or ignore? In the past year, I've seen some costumers speak out about Black Lives Matter and stop Asian hate. They've been loud and proud about it, and it's something that I appreciate, and it makes me feel seen. It makes my fellow POC individuals feel seen as well. But there are also some that have been dreadfully silent. And there's a saying that silence is violence. Why are you choosing to not say anything when your fellow humans are hurting? Why do you choose to uphold this stigma, I suppose, of white supremacy? Why just continue on as if nothing bad is going on and just continue to make pretty things when inherently all fashion is political? I've seen so many people, oh, I don't want to mix politics with my sewing, oh, I'm afraid of losing followers, blah, 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 blah. Say your follower was a person of color and they saw that you didn't care about them. How do you think they would feel? How do you feel about that? I would say if you see it happening, just constant silence, I'd say reach out. They might hear you. They might say, oh shit. If they care. If they don't care, sorry, there's probably nothing left saving, which is unfortunate. But lately, I will ask a white friend to go in and sort of infiltrate for me. Start off with a nice compliment and then immediately dig in. and it's worked a couple of times. But usually I just unfollow or block. Not block, mute. It's good for my mental health that way. What is your least favorite thing that you've sewn? There is a dress that I worked on for a couple of air raids ago that I hated the zippers I put in, so I never finished hemming it. It's still sitting on the back of my door with pins holding the hem, marking the hem rather. I look at it every day and shame. I could just buy better zippers, but I haven't gotten around to it. You know, plague and everything, and me being unable to drive. But I'll get around to it. I'll burn that bridge when I get to it. What is your favorite style of shoe? I've only recently gotten into shoes. I like something with a Louis heel. I love an Oxford. Something good, sturdy, cute. Maybe a low heel or Louis heel. Is there a costume or cosplay that you're putting off because it's too ambitious? I have a few. Let me throw them up on screen. Next question. What is your favorite color today? Why, it's this beautiful pale blush pink that I'm working with. It makes me happy. It's quite soothing. It just puts a big old smile on my face. Would you collect antique clothing? If I have the space and the money and not the overwhelming fear that my family will kick me out if I bring yet another hobby into their home, I would collect antique clothing. But unfortunately, with the factors listed, not at this moment. From the 20s to the mid-40s is about as far back as I go. I'll just make antique clothing. Favorite flower? I love bachelor's buttons and calendula. They are gorgeous. They are good, beneficial flowers in the garden. Can't stand the smell of calendula, but I love them. I also really love gladioli. And, well, when I release my gardening video, you'll see, or hear, some of my favorites. More of my favorites, rather. Do you have houseplants? If so, what is your favorite? I have one houseplant. I am absolutely terrible with houseplants. I accidentally kill them because I don't know the correct watering ratio, and if it's outside it thrives. If it's inside it dies. Except my singular houseplant, which was a 30-plus-year-old pothos, which I saved from a cutting after the rest of the plant was dying. I sat down and just brought it back to life and made it happy. It's been thriving for the past 5 years. Yay! Favorite sewing book. Now I'm going to have to include the images of the sewing books, but this one I like because of the illustrations. It's quite lovely. It's a nice size. This one I like because it's so full of great making, do, and mending information. It's fun and lovely, very simple. Something you're looking forward to this year. Being fully vaccinated. I'm also looking forward to everyone else being vaccinated. I know things won't be as normal as they used to be. I, for one, will be taking various cautions around others, keeping masks on, etc. But I would like to be able to go back to my favorite park, Balboa Park, and meander through the flowers, go to the museums, eat outside, have picnics, look at the ducks, be around others, see friends. Yeah. Finished my other seam. I'll be right back. I need to go press something. And we're back. And I took the liberty of pinning along for the back of the garment, or back side, the side of the garment. The public must know, where do you stand on the hot dog debate? For those of you that don't know, Noelle of Costuming Drama has started asking people, is a hot dog a sandwich? She started it last year during COVID, and I answered that it is a sandwich when she interviewed me. But after much debate amongst myself and my family, much thought, I'm going to change my answer. Hot dog is a hot dog. Sandwich is something you can kind of close. So, a hot dog is not a sandwich, everybody. You can change your mind about things. Favorite comfort food or cuddle plushie or comfort related things. My favorite comfort food is French fries. If you know me, you know I'm a French fry freak. But favorite comfort thing, that is something really special. I love soft things. They put me at ease. They make me feel very happy. Let me show you a few of my comfort friends. This is Miss Wiggles. I've had her since I was a little tiny baby in the incubator. She's just been by my side ever since. I love her to little bits and pieces. This tiny green worm was bigger than me when I was born. Yay, being a preemie. Should make her a bonnet. She had a bonnet when she was in her prime. I think that'll be my next task. I'll gather some cabbage and make her a cute little frilly bonnet. This is my Captain America Tsum Tsum that I got as a graduation present from my friend Janie. I love him. He's so cute. a little bean. He is a bean, and he makes me happy. This is my rosy maple moth. Her name is Cutie. My friend Tony gave her to me as a Christmas present. She's so cute, and I love rosy maple moths. When I did my fashion collection before I graduated, I was inspired by moths. So one of the moths that I picked was the rosy maple moth. I sort of did it in more muted colors. This little bunny that needs a lot more fluff is part of a little bunny sew-along that a few followers of the Japanese fashion, Lolita fashion, decided to do. I like this little friend. It's so cute. I made it out of socks. I'll link to the sew-along in my bio. And those are a few of my comfort friends. Next question. What is your favorite dessert? I love ice cream, and I love macarons. I even tried making some the other day. They didn't turn out super well, but at least I tried. It's quite fun. This next question is, why are you so cute? And I used to kind of freak out from that question that people would ask, when people would ask it. I'd get flustered, because honestly, I didn't see myself as cute. But I will say, genetics play a huge part in it. Ooh. What is your crafting love language? Events, fabric, details, process? The process and events, because you can go to the events after you do the process of making your garment. Think about that. But the process of making things brings me immense joy. I've always loved sewing, even when I have my really bad days. I'll find something very small, I'll mend something, I'll knit even, some kind of crafting thing to do with my hands to keep the brain happy. And then when you're done the process of making the garment, your garment is complete, you go to the events, you hang out with the people once everything's safe again. And it makes you even more happy because you get to see your friends, you get to make new friends, and it's just great. Right now I'm doing the prick stitch, which is a neat little stitch. This is going to take me a bit, so I might get some nice close-up shots. Do you have any relatives who have inspired your vintage style? My grandmother and my great-grandmother. My grandmother, Mimi, as you all know, is quite fashion forward. She's always loved clothes and dressing up and just feeling good. Seeing her always dressed up every Sunday for church, or just dressed up after she would be teaching, sort of sparked this love clothes in me. And seeing photos of her when she was younger really sparked love. Same with my great-grandmother. She was a seamstress, and she loved to make herself clothes, and she loved to buy clothes, and some of the photos I've seen of her when she was younger, she just looked like a star. What is your next cosplay? I have a few, but one that I'm going to try to be more forward about is Lando Calrissian from the Star Wars franchise. He's just a badass, and I love him. And you know, I just gotta be that suave, smooth talking flirt who, you know, who runs Cloud City, you know? Former gambler. I can't wait for the Lando series. Like, I need it in my eyeballs right now. Which historical figures from the past inspire you? I have family, because they've been through a lot. Being a black person in America is quite difficult. Being a thought. Oh. Have you made any new historical garments, cosplay pieces, or clothes for Peggy? Peggy is my McCall's fashion mannequin. I will be making a video talking all about her, making her first new garment in 70 plus years, and other such things. But no, as of right now, I have not made her anything. I cut out fabric to make her something. Does that count? What sorts of costumes make you the happiest to wear, and why? Well, I've only worn one historical costume, and it was borrowed from my friend Sydney. But I had a blast in it. It's really beautiful and lovingly made. My first 18th century outfit. And because the era is so new to me still, like this, when I finish this jacket, it will be the first piece of outerwear for my 18th century kit that I've made. What can I say? I love the process. Oh. What's your absolute dream project that you've been putting off for far too long? Funny I get this question. So, earlier I posted the Stephen Slaughter portrait, which has many names. Portrait of two society women. portrait of women picking fruit. This. It's beautiful. First saw it years ago in an art history book, and I thought it was absolutely darling. And then a few years ago, when I started getting into historical reenacting and 18th century shenanigans, I fell in love with it again, and I said, I need to make this. And one of the reasons I've been putting it off is just fear of not having the skills to do it justice. But you have to face your fears sometimes. I have to tell myself that I know I'm a good seamstress. I know I'm good at sewing. I went to school for it. I have a degree in it. I love it. So that bit of love will culminate into recreating this. And I've already got support for it. I have a couple of people that would like to be the white sitter in the portrait. I'm in talks for getting the jewelry, and I'm excited to make it work. I'm going to look over fabric and trim and how I'm gonna make my hair do that. Magic. But it'll get done. I want to thank everyone for asking questions. It's been really fun. I hope you learned some things. If you have any questions, please put them below. I hope everyone has a lovely day. Take care. Bye.